Hello and welcome back, or welcome to. If you're not back, you just welcome, like straight up. I didn't know what to say in the last episode, so I said a lot of stuff, and I feel the same in this episode. But I just felt like making another one straight afterwards, because why the fuck not? So this will be like a sequel to the other one, because like I'm wearing the same stuff. The lighting's exactly the same. It's my desk lamp. The lighting over there is pretty good. I like what I've done. I've basically pointed a desk lamp up at a bunch of shelves. The shelves are like spreading the light out at me, so you get like a nice shadowless kind of like I can put my hand in front of my face. You can see that it makes it darker, but you can't see the shadow of my fingers. Well, I mean, it's an even light. You can see that it is an even light. It's nicely spread. I care about lighting, despite the fact that the content and stuff that's coming out of my mouth is just utter garbage. It's time filler, you know. That's all it needs to be. In the new YouTube world of weird and wonderful world of the internet, all you need to do is fill time, and that's what I'm doing. There's time. That's the time. It's being filled. That's also the time, or there, depending on like if you're on a computer that has time over there, there, that time down there on that clock. You get to waste it away with this. You don't actually have to be watching the video of Zirkzank, and I highly recommend you don't. But you can put it on in the background and listen to it in the background. Listening to Zirkzank in the background is highly recommended if you have nothing else to do. And if you feel like killing yourself, don't listen to Zirkzank, because I will tell you to kill yourself repeatedly. And if you're that close to suicide, you might as well die. But also don't, because I don't want to be responsible for that. See, I joke about killing myself all the time, and I feel like it'd be better off if I was dead. But if I actually did die, that would kind of... I don't know. Being dead and dying are two very separate issues. Like, I'd probably be rather dead, but that's if I didn't have to die. Because if I died and got to know that I was missing out on some stuff that could happen... I mean, like, good stuff can happen. So, why die? Of course, death is the inevitable a point that is approaching us all. Eventually we'll all die, unless we immortalize ourselves through the power of technology, like digitally or through gene editing techniques. But let's just assume that we don't have any of those and we are going to die. There's like a very slim chance that you personally, if you're watching this in the year 2017 at least, very slim chance that you'll get to live on forever. And there's a very slim chance that we'll actually manage to leave this galaxy. There's a very slim chance we'll actually get to leave this universe. As a species, everything that we've ever done, everything in this entire universe that we're in, is very likely to just be completely gone at one point. Even if you make a name for yourself, be remembered for years and years. Like, for example, someone like Shakespeare. People talk about Shakespeare still. You know, that's kind of like, he's immortalized himself through the fame of his plays and whatever the fuck else he did. I don't like Shakespeare. I don't know much about Shakespeare. You know, Romeo and Juliet and all that. The point is, he's check this out. He immortalized himself. However, when this planet dies, humans in the future may have spread out to other planets. But when all of those planets die, when every star burns out, when every galaxy is spread away from each other, and traveling between galaxies is impossible, even for light to do, because they're just so far apart. Imagine that. Yeah. So you're trapped in this universe. Say that you're the last human alive. You're on on like a space station, orbiting a brown dwarf. That's the depressing thought in itself. You're the last human alive. The entire universe is going to be dead completely once once it's all finished. Heat death of the universe, as in like everything is just reached the final, the end point, the end stage. What's his end goal? The end goal of entropy. Chaos theory unfolding in its entirety. that's the final stages of the universe, and if we don't get to another universe, nothing that we've ever done ever will be remembered or rememberable. So, that's a long way of explaining what I'm trying to say. What I was trying to say was that your life doesn't matter. Nothing matters. So, you kill yourself, whatever, fine. You live life, whatever, fine. Just get on with it, Don't complain. But complain, because it doesn't matter. Just do anything. It doesn't matter what you do, ever, at any point in life. But if you do choose to live for the rest of your life, continue on with it until you die, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 420, blaze it, smoke weed. Don't do that. Don't smoke weed. The devil's lettuce is bad for your health. Sinner. I don't know. Ignore the religious shit. What I was trying to say was that if you choose to live, realistically, you want your life to be a good life. So if you're actually continuing on with life, you want it to be good. You don't want to always be forcing yourself into bad positions. You don't want to be setting yourself up into a miserable life. You either want to die so you don't suffer, or you want to live and not suffer. So it's better to live a good life than it is to live a life just for the sake of living, but suffer the entire way through. You don't get any pleasure out of suffering for 80 years, or however long you live. So don't do it. Kill yourself or improve your life. Thinking about it, considering that your life doesn't mean anything, the lives of everyone around you doesn't mean anything, but kind of does short term. Right, let me drink this water so I can finish what I'm saying. Your actions matter in the short term relative to your own life, and what you do that influences other people's lives matters in the short term in your local community and to the people who you've affected on a broader community. So what you do matters temporarily. It won't matter ultimately, but it matters for now. So based on that principle, you could say nothing matters ultimately, but it matters now. So right now, you would want to be optimizing your levels of productivity, positivity, and just overall valuable worth, your overall sense of being, being a more enjoyable person to be. If someone could just switch their brain with your brain, would they enjoy it? Would they feel like, hey, this is pretty good? If the answer's no, try again. Doesn't matter really if no one, because nothing matters, but I'm just saying relatively, you should want it to matter. Temporarily. And if you don't, kill yourself. Because that's the most optimal thing to do, is to kill yourself if you don't care. Unless, hear me out on this one, not caring is a temporary mechanism to carry you from one stage of life to the other, where until you get to a point where you do choose to care. So you turn your care switch on and off. So, that's me, for example, right now. I turn my care switch off. Now, I don't care about anything. At all. Nothing matters. At this point, the logical thing, while I've got my thing turned off, is I should die because I don't care about anything. Future, present, or past, absolutely zero effect. Turn the care switch back on when you're ready to, and you can enjoy life. You can be miserable about life. You can feel all of the emotions and stuff. Your emotional state of your brain doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but because you get to feel that experience and live that experience for many years of your life, it might as well matter. And if you can make videos about it like this, then it might as well matter that you got stuff to say. And now, I don't want people to jump on me and say hey, what's with all this
pseudo-philosophical, pseudo-intellectual shit that you're spewing on the internet.
Because I don't care. Look, care switch off, don't care. This is just what I want to do to pass my time. I'm trying to pass my time until I get to a point where I feel good about caring about things again. When I get to that point, I turn the care switch on and I enjoy life to the maximum. So I'm in an in-between stage. If I kill myself now, I don't get to the point where I get to enjoy life. It won't matter because I'll be dead. However, there are people around me who would be bothered. Maybe they'd be bothered if I died. So I want to try not to do that. I want to try to do it in a way that is best for everyone. I feel like that's what everyone should be striving towards, doing what's best for everyone around them. So you do what's best for you, do what's best for the people around you, and do what's best for the species overall. You know, just do what's generally considered by all three of these people to be the optimal decision. So you weigh up what's best for you, what's best for the people around you, and what's best for the species. Weigh it all up and come to a logical conclusion, or just an emotional conclusion. This is where emotions are. But, I mean, this is where people talk about emotions. Talk about emotions in the heart. It's all in the brain. Everything in your life is in the brain. And everything in everyone else's lives is in the brain. Well, at the moment, it's in the computers as well. Is it in the computers' brains, though? The computers aren't conscious. They're not conscious yet. But, yeah, what I'm trying to say is, just fucking live your life. And if you never know what to do, consult the three things. Consult yourself, consult the people around you, consult the species as a whole, and come to a conclusion on that. And if things are bad, turn the care switch off until they get good again. Or die. I feel like that's some advice for anyone who needs it. Take it or leave it. I'm telling you to take it because it's fucking good advice. But if you do choose to leave it, I won't be offended. Won't be offended. Care switch off. Turn the care switch off. Oh, I'm so offended. I'm triggered. Don't trigger me. Don't offend me with your words. How can you get triggered and offended by words? How can you get triggered and offended by anything? If you choose to be offended, you're a fucking idiot. You know? That's a different topic for a different video that I won't be making today because I want to play some games now. I should be getting on with my work. I've already done a little bit. But I'd rather play games. Even though I don't like games. Care switch off. Waste the time. Just waste my time until I get to a point in life where I don't want to waste time anymore. I'll waste time until I get to a point where I want time to go slower, or I want to get back the time that I wasted. And that's a sad thought. So, try and make the most of it. Except if you can't make the most of it, like if you actually physically can't make the most of it, turn your care switch off for a while. Try and think. It doesn't matter anymore. Nothing matters. And then turn it back on when it matters again. And when it can matter, and when it can be good. I'm repeating myself a lot. Someone said to me, this fucking girl on Discord said to me that my video was good until I repeated myself. And then it was just mediocre. It was okay overall, but it was good until you repeated yourself. Well, it was good until I repeated myself. Well, listen, I can repeat myself as much as I want. I can repeat myself as much as I want. I'm going to do it one more time, just so it goes, like, just kills it completely. I can repeat myself as much as I want, so fuck you. I can repeat myself as much as I want. It'll always be good. I don't care if you say I shouldn't repeat myself. Because I can repeat myself. As much as I want. I didn't want to repeat myself that much, and it felt bad doing it. But I did it just to prove a point. You know who you are. And if you don't, message me, because I'll tell you it was you. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.